Canada. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out, and we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca. We look forward to hearing from you. We thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. And remember, the Bridge Network City Church Canada is here just for you. God bless you.
Good morning and welcome to the Bridge Network City Church Canada. I'm Genesis, your host, and this is the Real Success Seminar. Here at the Real Success Seminar, we discuss business-related topics. And this month, we are focusing on navigating a new skills economy. And our speaker for this service is in person of Miss Dupe Oluniyi. And with me is
Dapo.
And we'll be back shortly to round up the service. Stay blessed.
Morning. Thank you, Father, for this beautiful morning. Thank you, Lord, for this is the day that you have made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you, Father, for the gift of life. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your help. Thank you for everything that you're doing in us, for us, and through us. We do not take it for granted, Father. Accept our thanks. In Jesus' mighty name we worship. And the people say, thank you, choir. Good morning, church. Good morning, Pastor. Yeah, this morning we're going to continue with the series. And today we'll be talking about digital marketing. Digital marketing. So naturally, I start with the definition. And it says, digital marketing, also called online marketing, is the promotion of brands, your business, to connect with potential customers using the internet and other forms of digital communication. This includes emails, social media, and web-based advertising, text, and multimedia messages as a marketing channel. I think it's that simple. But this morning, I want to emphasize on that word, connect. Connect. Whichever one you choose to use out of all the options that we have, if you are not connecting, you aren't doing anything. If you are on any of this platform and you are not connecting, then you're only wasting your time. So I asked this morning, is there anybody here that is on one platform or the other for social media? Only 2 people. Raise up your hand. I want to know. So that I know who I'm talking to. All right, thank you. So the essence of being on any of this platform is actually to connect. Yet, you need to be careful how you choose the channel that you use in order for you to get results. At times, you may use a channel, and most times you may have to use more than 1, 2, 3, 4, if possible, all. But really, you need to sit down and do your homework to discover or to decide which of the channels works better for you. In 2023, we have more than 5.3 billion active internet users. I think that's huge. 5.3 billion. And is accounting for 65.4% of global population. That tells me that half of the people in the world are already online. So it tells me that if you have a business that is supposed to be global and you are not online, you're already missing half of your potential customers. That may sound, well, that is global. Now me, I'm in Nigeria. But in Nigeria also, we do have 122.5 million internet users as at this year. Nigerian internet operation rate stood at 55.4% of the total population. I think that is also huge. So if you are doing a business in Nigeria and you are not online, half of your customers are not being reached at all. So we want to talk this morning about how to be successful in digital marketing. Number one, you must be very clear about what you want to achieve. A lot of times we just go online and we look around, what is it that people are doing? And just like the regular bandwagon, we just jump in and we start doing what we see people do. But sincerely, if you want to make sense out of your marketing, you need to sit down first of all and decide on what you want to do. Number two, you must have a strategy and be ready to implement. Most time people write out strategies, they keep writing, but never implement. There's no point coming up with strategies that you do not implement. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. If I tell you that marketing online is easy, I'll be lying. Why? Because every time the rules change. The rules keep changing. I don't know why. I think because knowledge is increasing. So something that you did last year, if you repeat it this year, you are not likely to get results. I gave you an example last week of something I did in May that turned out to be massive. If I should repeat the same thing this month, I doubt it if I will get the same results. So we have to keep updating ourselves and keep getting knowledge as regards digital marketing. I want to quickly use this case study. Let's assume you are a food vendor. We had several options. We talked about emails, we talked about online, we talked about text messages. So I want to assume if you are someone in the food vendor and you want to advertise digitally, do you think text message is a good option? If you are in the business of food, as in cooked food. I need an answer. Is text message a good option? I mean, you just send text messages to millions of people and you tell them, order your food as Z food. Our meals are delicious. Do you think that will convert? So it shows that in the industry you are will determine the form of advert you will embark on. So I put a picture on, aside from you just asking or sending text message. If you are to put up, can I see the picture, please? Can you put it on? So instead of you just sending a text message, you put a picture of various food that you want to sell, and your caption goes like, let's get any of those delicious meals delivered to you in minutes. We're just a click away. And the person is actually seeing the food and feeling it. I think when you do that, you're likely to get more results. When you're done, please kindly put out the picture. Okay. Despite the fact that you know or you have an idea of what you want to do, pictures, strategies, everything put together that you intend to do, I want to put it to you this morning that for you to start with sales strategy, you need a driver. There is something that drives digital marketing, and that thing is called sales target. Sales target. You need to set a target for yourself. You know, we read this book sometime that tells us that start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. If there is no picture, the Bible puts it this way: if there is no vision, the people perish. If you don't have a sales target, if you don't have an idea, what do I want to, at the end of this month, what do I want to make? If you don't have it, don't bother going into marketing. If you don't have a clear picture in your mind and a figure attached to that picture, don't waste your money on advertisements. Don't waste your money on digital marketing. You need to set a sales target. Sales target puts you on your toes and it activates your brain. It is like a push. It helps you to be active. It helps you to run. It pushes you in the right direction. It helps you to come up with great ideas and strategies. You don't just work hard. There's something that motivates you to work hard. So sales target, in other words, is simply for you to put a specific number of products you need to sell within a particular period of time in order to achieve a desired goal. Most of us, we do business, and it's like, if we sell, fine. We just pray, Father, let me sell today. And that is it. If customers come, fine. If they don't come, fine. But if you have a sales target, something in you will be pushing you, because you will know that today I've not reached my target. And if peradventure you don't reach your target today, you will know that you need to think of a better way to do your business in order to reach that target. So it pushes you to think, it pushes you to come up with idea. So how do I do this thing they call sales target? How do I go about it? So let's assume last month you make a total of 500K. If you want to achieve a sales target, what you do is you mark up that 500 sales with 20%. That's the standard practice. 20% of 500K is how much? Hello? 100. Okay. So that means your sales target for this month that we are in will be 600,000. Now, you set that amount. You need to make that 600,000. How do you make the 600,000? The first thing you're going to do is that you are going to you're going to calculate how many days in a month do you work. If you don't work on Sundays, that means you're already removing like 4 Sundays. If you don't work on Saturdays, you remove it. But just come up with the number of days that you work. For this purpose, I will assume that you work for 24 days in a month. So now you're going to divide that 600,000 by the number of days that you work. Using this example, you're going to end up with 25,000 naira. That tells me that if you intend to make 600,000 in a month, 25,000 must enter your account. Not less than 25,000 must enter your account on a daily basis. So some are like, how do I get that? It depends on your product. If you have a fixed product that you work with, and let's take, for instance, if your product costs you 5,000, it simply means you must sell 5 of your products daily. If you do not sell 5 of your product daily, then you can as well forget about you making 600,000 at the end of the month. But somebody may ask, what if I have variable products? I mean, some are 20,000, some is 5,000, some is 1,000. You just sum it up. Sum up the total costs of your item and divide it by the number of units. Whatever amount you get is the amount that you need to target. And I gave an example. You can just go through that to see how you calculate. So when you're done, the interesting thing about setting sales target is that it has a way of moving you forward systematically without so much stress. One, if indeed you made 500 last month, it shows you already have a potential to make money. So just topping it up with 20% is not that stressful. So once you are able to work hard and you make 600,000 at the end of the month, beautiful. What happened the next month? Markup. 20% again. 20% off 600,000 this time around. And that will give you 120,000. Add it up. So your sales target for the next month will be 720,000. If you are able to make 720,000, the next month you mark up. Before you know it, you enter 864,000. Before you know it, by the fourth month, your target will have entered 1.something million. And that is how you systematically grow your business, as in deliberate. You have to be deliberate. And when you practice these things, before you know it, you just discover that your business begins to grow. How? Because every day you are putting pressure on yourself to make sure you make possible that target that you have in mind. So let me put it in a simple way. How do you calculate your monthly sales target? Number one, write down how much you made last month. Increase it by 20%. Divide your monthly sales target by the number of days that you work. If your product varies, get the average. Divide your daily sales target by the average of your products. And at the end of the day, you get a good result. But some people may ask, what if I didn't make anything last month? What if I'm just starting the business? Then if you are just starting the business, you need to set a reasonable and achievable amount that you can work with. And that will be your sales target for a starting point. Now this morning, I would like to zero in on social media. The ones that most of us are used to. And I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think we can now put in Threads, TikTok, all of the social media platforms that we have. They are so numerous these days. And I need to go back to what I said earlier on, that whichever platform that you want to use, the brain behind it is that you must connect with people. Social media is about people. Social media is about connection. When people, last week we said you need to put yourself in your customer's shoes. The same thing you do when it comes to marketing. Why do people come on social media in the first place? Nobody goes on social media because they want to come and buy. We need to clear that out of our mind. When people come on social media, they are there to feel good. They are on social media to get educated. They are on social media to get information. They are on social media to get inspired, to get entertained. They are not necessarily there to buy. So when people come, imagine people come on that platform for all these reasons that I've stated. But you are there to sell to them. So they are coming to enjoy. You are coming to sell. You are from two different worlds. So how do you navigate and reach these people despite the fact that they are not here to come and see you or buy from you, and yet you want to sell to them? To connect quickly with people, our content needs to connect on 3 levels. Firstly, visual. We all know that Instagram, Facebook, all these platforms, they are kind of, somebody used the word vague. Vague. They are vanity. Vanity is actually driving most of these platforms. So the quality of the stuff of your content must be strong. You cannot afford to be average. You have to be consistent. And when I say consistent, it's not about you coming on social media and posting. You know, we have some classes, they'll tell you must post 3 times a day, you must post 4 times a day, and stuff like that. You don't have to post if you don't have something tangible to post. So make sure what you post have value and what you post actually makes sense. Again, you need to meet them mentally. People want to connect with real people, not perfect people. Most time you go on the internet and you just want everything to be painstaking. You want everything. See, I've told you, you need to turn around and be in the position of your customers. When you do that, you see better. If you want to connect with somebody, what would you like to see? You know, I saw this, I don't think it's an advert. Somebody just put it up sometime. And there's this lady that was following a particular influencer on social media. And you know, that social media, that influencer now happened to be in her community at the particular time. So she just went to meet her husband. There, do you believe that this person is in town? And the husband is like, you, and say, please, I love her. I just noticed that she just walked into an hotel. She just logged into an hotel that would be nice. Let's just go there and see her. And you know, she really loves and adores this so-called influencer. But by the time she got to the hotel, she just wants to see her from afar, then maybe later go and introduce herself. When she and her husband got to the hotel, they saw the influencer and the husband. They went to the reception, just had a chat with the receptionist, and they didn't go into any room. They just went out. Meanwhile, the cameraman showed them when they enter, when they got to the reception, and he cuts it. Then they now went back outside, and she and her husband was now arguing. No, let's use that Ferrari car. Let's use, they just went there, stood, posed, they took picture, and the next thing, they entered their one small car like that and drove up. And the husband was like, are you serious? By the time they went on her page again, they just see her carry and say, hi, my people. I'm right here in Texas City, and I'm logging. And, and when she's done, say, my husband is here with me. We are about to take our Ferrari, and we'll be cruising. And, she now compared what she saw, real life, with what was displayed on social media. And, that was how she delivered herself from trying to be like. And most of the things that we have on social media are of a truth. They are only showing you the good part, in quotes. When I tell most of the designers, and they're like, social media you want to sell, they just go and be dancing. I say, you see those women that are dancing, you have no idea the kind of work they do. So if you think it's all about dancing, you're just kidding yourself. A lot of work is going on behind the scene. So try and be real. You need to be energetic. People see the energy that you put into your work. So don't just go in front of camera and just dish out. People need to feel that you are real. You're passionate. You love what you do. You've got something that you want to give them. When you put all these things in place, people tend to connect with you properly. And when they connect with you on these 3 levels, what normally happens is that they begin to care about your business. They want to get to know you. They want to join your community. They want to engage with your account. At times they comment, they message you, And at the end of the day, they actually become your customer. And I want to chip in something about being your customer now. Most times we are very, very in a hurry. You're into a business, you came online, and maybe in the next few days or months, you don't have followers, you don't have people patronizing you, you get discouraged. But that should not be. You need to see the social media as your shop. It's like a shop. So if you open a shop now, do you expect customers to start running in 2-3 days for a shop that was newly opened? It doesn't happen like that. And that is exactly what happens on the internet. People are not patient. At times they get so desperate that they go ahead and buy followers. If you have ever bought a follower, take my advice this morning, go and delete all your followers. Because the way the algorithm works is that the people that follows you should be people that are actually interested in what you do. When you see some pages, you see some people that have 100,000 followers, 50,000 followers, and when they post stuff in their comment section, you see just 2 people comment. Just 2 people. That shows you that that page is not real. And you may decide to just deceive people and let people see you, but what is the essence of the business that you are in that is not bringing in money? You just want people to see that you are there, people are following you, but it's not converting. Yet you see a page that has 200 followers and is making massive sales. So which one will you rather go for? Because when you end up advertising your goods or services, the Instagram or most of all these Facebook, they will enter your site, and the algorithm will begin to look for people like those that are following you. So if you are selling, let's say maybe you're selling jewelry. Let's say you're selling jewelry and you are based in Ibadan and you bought followers. And out of your followers, we have people from India, from China. Your page is full of people. When you begin to market, the platform will show your items to people in China, in Turkey. So at the end of the day, you spend money on adverts, but it's not going to convert. Because those people are not even here to buy from you. So you just be carrying a lot of followers about, and yet you're not making a dime. So now we're talking about content creation. So before you start creating content at all, you need to know or define who your target audience or your market, who you want to market. You need to target them. And you have to do this before you even go into marketing at all. Because whatever you store your shop with will determine who you expect to come and buy from you. So having stock up your shop in quote online, you need now to begin to deliberately position yourself in such a way that people that will love and buy your products begin to see you. And you start that with your content creation. What kind of people do you intend to target? Example, we can use their age range. The product you're selling will determine who you attract. If you have a school now, who do you target on all these platforms? Are you going to target children because you have a school? Will you target students? No, because it's not the children that will take themselves to school. You target the parents. You look for platforms where you have, we know most time it's women that normally are interested in this kind of thing. So look for pages where you have people that have gathered women. That is how you target people. You don't say because it's school I'm running, then you'll be targeting students all over. No, you target their parents. You are into tourism, you are into, things that need, that people can, where people can enjoy themselves and stuff. You don't just go online and be showing us what you do. Who are the people that will love what you do? Those are the things you should target. Go and target people that are getting married. Go and target people that are celebrating a year anniversary. And we are always, most time we do all these things. Don't expect immediate results. That is one thing I want to clear this morning. You need to wait. Some people, maybe they are into, they help you with your online platform. They help you, and they come online, they are telling you, well, we can create an online this for you. We can do you a website. You can do, and in maybe a month or two, they are not getting response, and they stop. I'm like, do you think people come to social media to come and see who we do this for them? I will see it, yes, but I'm not likely to buy from you immediately. But the day I want to do a website, I will remember I saw this person on, then I will come and check you out. So most time you don't get results immediately. Just keep coming, make your presence known, let them know you are there, giving us good content, and when they eventually need you, they will come. I have a very good example with all these people you see about that they sell rug. You discover that most time you see somebody that is selling rug, they will put all the beautiful rugs. You will notice it, but man, you are not moving into a new house. Why do you need a rug? Or the one you have is still okay. But the point is that you notice somebody is selling a rug here. Do you know that most time, by the time you are moving into your new house and you remember that place, when you get there, the person is no more there. Most time, you see somebody selling stuff like that, give them 1-2 years, they are gone. And when you chat them, they are like, no customer. I'm like, is rug food that I will just be walking and I'll feel like eating, I'll come and buy? You need to be consistent. You need to stay there. Such businesses don't convert immediately. But when people continue to see you, one day when they are about to take a decision, they are likely to come to you. So we need to be patient. We need to stay with whatever we are doing. And as time goes on, people will get to know us and they will begin to patronize us. So, yeah. The next thing is for you to know their age range. Who are you selling to? You are not you can't be selling to everybody. Nobody is called to everybody. You need to sell to a particular, school, for example. Now, are you expecting a 40-year-old woman to come and come to your primary school? No. So you need, the funny thing is that most times you are not even the one to determine your customers. I need to repeat that. Most times you are not the one to determine your customers. Your customers determines whether they want to be your customer or not. So when you put your stuff out there, naturally those that will come to you will come. Once you keep putting out good content and your ideas resonate with them, they will come to you. And you can discover. Okay, let me take the next one first. You do the age range. You do your look for the location, because what you're doing, like if you are selling food now, I mean edible food, you are selling rice, you are selling eba and amala, cooked food. What's your business targeting people in Lagos if you are in Ibadan? Would they come from Lagos to come and eat here in Ibadan, no matter how cheap it is. I saw somebody advertise fruit, and I really liked the packaging, and I'm like, immediately I just saw Lagos, I just left the page. Because I'm like, you want to bring me banana from Lagos, I beg. But you can do it in such a way that when such people come to Ibadan, they will just remember, oh, there was this day I saw this advert, then they come to you. But when you are doing advertisements, when you really want your sales to convert immediately, location matters. What are the problems you are solving for them? What problem do you intend to solve for your customers? Those should be the content that you put out there. Then, how are you solving it? You create a problem, you create a solution. When people see that, they are likely to stay with you. Then I want to advise that you use insight. There's this thing they call insight. It's virtually on every page. And what insight does is that it shows you clearly your customers. And those are the ones you to target. Like, for instance now, when I check my own insight, you know that naturally if you tell me, who do you want to make clothes for? I'll tell you ladies, I'll tell you women. That's what my normal, because I'll consider, okay, maybe my friends, my age mates. But you know what my insight said? The people I cater for are between the ages of 24 and 35. So you can't actually use your head. You need to see who are the people that loves what you do. So most times you wonder, my designs are like, because I know who I am, and I'm like, even God knows why he even made me the way I am. Because if you are 50 plus, and your customers are between 24 and 35, it doesn't make sense. But you know the way you are wired, everything about you is going to help to push your brand. So you need to check the inside. Again, when I check my inside, I'm in Ibadan. Will you not expect that most of my customers will be in Ibadan? My inside says no. Most of my customers are in Port Harcourt, Abuja, and Lagos. So if I want to advertise my product now, and I go online, and when they ask for where you want your advert to reach, you are picking Ibadan, it will struggle. But once I put Port Harcourt, oh my God, it's as if they are just waiting for you. Once I put Abuja, once I put Lagos. In fact, the last time I did free delivery, I was like, oh God. Because I was thinking most of them will come from Ibadan. I will just tell Okada to go and be delivering. Almost 50% was Port Harcourt, followed by Abuja, then Lagos. So if I did not check my insights, I'm probably going to be targeting the wrong people. I'll be wasting money on adverts and stuff like that. So it is very, very important that you check your insights to see who truly, truly are your customers. And when you concentrate on, no matter how few they are, when you concentrate on them, you are likely to get more results. How can you now get these people to see, to buy, to refer, and to ultimately become your loyal customer? And what should you even do before you start all this? You have to make sure that your profile page or your profile is actually a business. I see a lot of people, you're doing business and you're on private mode. I don't understand. Private and you are doing business. That is totally unacceptable. I want to quickly tell you a little tips on what you can do so that you can get more customers. Your username, which we call handle. You know, nobody else can use that name because of the way the algorithm is set. So make sure it's unique enough and it's a kind of name that when people see it, without you talking, they know what you're doing. Silk and Purple is my brand. Imagine me on social media putting Silk and Purple. What is that? Silk and Purple, Then they will now be cracking their brain. Silk, but I'm not communicating, even though it's my name. Except I want to stick to people that knows me. And I'm not marketing to people that knows me. Those that knows me, they already know me. So how are they my target? But you need to think, when people want to buy what you do, what would they search for? That's how we think. If I want to buy what you are selling and I come online, what will I type in the search bar? I sell clothing. And not just clothing, women's clothing. So when people want to buy from me, they are not going to type in silk and purple. They will simply type clothing or women's clothing. That should be your name. Your username has nothing to do with your personal name. It's a brand thing. It's what people will see when they want to connect with you. So some of us are just passionate about our name and you want to put it. Nobody will see you. So if you have a username that is not reflecting what you're doing, go and put it down. Let's take our church for example. If you want to do online stuff and you just put TBN. What's TBN? To somebody that is online. It's not connecting. You've not said anything. But you need to come up with a phrase that when people see, they will feel like, oh, let me check them out. What are they about? Are we following? Okay. Then you must be able to let your target audience know you at just a glance. At a glance. When you see something like what is this now? Laptop up. You already know what the person is doing. Very simple. Straight to the point. You must be searchable. Most of us are not searchable online. You say why? Because at times we use slangs to call our name. Some of you you may want to, maybe you are something flake or something, and you know in Nigeria, the Hausa, the way they spell. So instead of you to write FL, because of the S, you can change it to F, and you think it's funky. And by the time you call your name to a client, they want to go and check you out, they will type in the correct spelling, and your what's the name now? Your colleague or your help me now, people in the same industry with you, your competitor will be the one they end up buying for. Because you have simply funkified your name and it's not making sense. So you need to put in the right spelling. If you want to write Nigeria, write Nigeria. So write the right spelling. If not, you'll just be making customers for your competitor because the name that you have written is not searchable on the bar. So if we have short names that has commas, full stop, hyphen, upper keda, lower, go and remove it. If not, people will not see you. And you'll just be wondering, you are doing advert, and nobody's checking you out. Then avoid using a long name. Some people's name, is like a sentence. Why now? And some people, they are so passionate about their names that they don't want to change it. Then you need to choose whether you actually want to make sales or you want your name to just be there. A good example is Indomie. Do you know the real name of the company that owns Indomie? What's their real name? We don't know. Indomie is not their name. That's not their brand name. But they put Indomie online because we can all relate. If they should put their real name, nobody will know that this company belongs to Indomie. Nobody. You just pass them. But they know that name is making well for them, so they just stick with it. When it comes to you paying into their account, you will know their real name. But you want to do business with them, you will then you start talking. But when it comes to awareness, marketing, go for what somebody can easily click and connect with you. Time's up. I'll be taking this thing for the women's group today. We'll be doing online stuff. I can't finish this. I'm just looking at it. But at least I think I've tried. So let me stop here. If you want to learn more, maybe we'll open the women's group today for everybody. Thank you. God bless.
Welcome back. That was an informative survey. Sorry. Hi. Welcome back. That was an informative service and also an eye-opener to many businessmen and women out there. Miss Ojelabi decided to narrow it down to digital marketing. So, well, what's your take on this service?
Well, like you said, it was really a wonderful service, and for me, one of the key things I am going on with is when she talked about, she talked about a lot of things, but like I said, the key thing for me was the fact that whatever it is that you're putting online, your presence online should be genuine. Meaning, you put your business online like it's a physical shop, for lack of a better term. That means you don't try to present what you are not. So you say it as it is, you be genuine. That's one. Two is the consistency. She mentioned that there are a lot of people, their physical or their online presence is there, and because maybe they don't find followers or they don't find engagement or likes and all, they eventually pull out. They are not consistent in what they do. So consistency is also one of the things that I'm taking up. Like I said, first is your online presence. You should be genuine. You say it as it is, represent what you really are. Then you ensure that everything that you're doing, it showcases who you really are. I've said that. So another part of it is that your business name or your handle should be such that it represents exactly what you do. You don't have a handle that is totally disconnected to what you do. So if a customer is searching for a service that which you provide, they don't have to have so much of a headache trying to get in touch with you. An example is myself. I run a swim school, and for those of us who are in Quebec who understand Niger means swimmer. So my business name is Crosshill Niger. So we mix the two together for the business name. So if you're searching for a swim school, you search swim school, you probably won't find us. So my take home is I have to go back home to make sure that that's corrected. So your business name, you can have it as it is, but then online, social media and all, your business, your handle should be such that it relates with what you do. So there's no disconnect. So that way you have more engagement. Of course, she talked about people who buy followers, that, like I said, it's related to the first point, because you want to have, you don't want to go through the process of developing your online presence, so you're in a hurry, you want to buy followers. Eventually you have maybe 10,000 followers and maybe just 2 likes or 3 likes. That way, somebody who is very, very detailed will see that something is wrong here. So that doesn't represent who you really are. So your business page, just like the physical space, should grow. There's room for development. It's a process of growing. So we shouldn't be so in a hurry. So we need to be consistent. We need to stick with what we're doing and not just be all over the place. We need to make sure we represent what we really are, even with our handles, even with what we are telling customers that we are. So that is it for me.
Thank you so much, Dakwa. And there you have it, folks. Don't forget you could watch all our videos on all our various social media platforms. I would love to see you in the network service. Stay blessed.
Welcome. This is the Bridge Network, City Church, Canada. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out, and we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca.